Hello and welcome back to the horror of video games. Today I'm talking about inanimate objects in horror games. Now you may be wondering why I'm talking about this, and I just really noticed this thing when I was playing Resident Evil 4, when I was playing as Ashley, walking through those corridors, and then those suits of armor come back to life and they try and kill you with axes. And this kind of struck me quite hard really, that inanimate objects in horror games and horror films are inherently scary. And I was really wondering why this is, and why do I find this so profoundly scary that a suit of armor would just come to life and try to kill you? I mean, my first immediate reaction to this is that the simple answer is that it's abnormal. It's abnormal for an inanimate object just to come back to life and start moving. I mean, if your television or your car just started moving by itself, then that would be unusual, that would be scary. And then it would be even more scary if those objects were out to get you, they were out to kill you. And this pattern is repeated in many horror games. For example, Alan Wake, you have random boxes that float in the air and try to kill you. You have JCBs that come to life that try to kill you, and so on and so on. And in Condemned, you're walking through the department store by yourself, and then you have these mannequins which are just kind of staring at you. There's something about mannequins which are also very, very creepy as well. And this feeling is replicated in Alien Isolation when you go past the rows of androids and you just kind of know that they're going to come back to life. You're walking past them, they're inactive, and then you go through the door and you know, the player knows those androids are going to come back to life. So it's very, very creepy. You got this fantastic sense of foreboding in that section, and then also with Resident Evil 4 with the knights, the suits of armor. And I just wanted to throw this video out there and say that why do we find this so scary, these objects coming back to life? And I was doing a bit of thinking about this, and I think the question has to be asked, who is controlling these objects? Who is controlling these suits of armor or JCBs or mannequins or whatever? I mean, who is controlling these objects? And you think to yourself, well, I guess the only logical answer is maybe ghosts are. Then you have to ask the question, who are the ghosts? Who are they? Why are they trying to kill you? Why are they out there to get you? And also, there's this feeling that when you fight these floating objects, these objects carry the feeling that they are undefeatable. I mean, you defeat them, but you have to say, did you kill it? Did you kill the objects? Have you destroyed the objects? I mean, these forces are invisible, so that adds another layer of fear to the situation. So anyway, I didn't want to make this into a very big video, but I just thought I'd throw that idea out there that horror games and horror films love to throw objects at the player, and I think in some ways these enemies are more scary than the ogres and the monsters and the demons or whatever. I think objects starting to move around a room is infinitely scarier than any of the hellspawn from Doom 3 or I mean, if you went through an entire game, maybe you're walking through a library or something, and then the library just comes to life and you've got to fight off flying books or something, that would be inherently scary. I mean, if they made a game like that, I would buy it straight away, because I think that would be very original. I think that would be very, very disturbing also, if the only enemy in the game would be just objects trying to kill you. I think that would be fundamentally scarier than any other game I've ever seen. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. You can tweet me at the Horror of VG. I'll see you next time.